Too lazy to garden, too busy, too tired, yeah. That was me. Real talk, you bought the gloves, you made the pins. You told yourself this was finally the year you'd have a gorgeous garden that actually looked like something. Then life happened. You watered twice, forgot for 2 weeks, came back outside, and half your plants had given up. Honestly, so had you. Money spent, time wasted. That guilty feeling every time you walked past those dead garden beds. That was me every spring. But here's what nobody tells you. You don't need a green thumb to have a stunning garden. You just need to plant the right system. Today I'm giving you 15 perennials, built for people like us. Busy people, forgetful people. People who want beauty without the babysitting. These aren't pretty plants that bloom for 3 weeks, then disappear. These are perennials that want to thrive, that prefer being left alone, that actually get better the less you mess with them. Plant number 9 on this list. I've never seen it fail, not once. If you're not subscribed yet, do it now. This is exactly the thinking I put out every single week. Let's go. Plant 1, Hostas. You've got a shady corner you have no idea what to do with. This plant's about to make you very happy. Hostas are all about foliage, huge architectural leaves, in deep green, blue-green, golden chartreuse, and stunning variegated whites and greens. Some varieties stay tiny at 6 inches, others spread to 4 feet wide and become the centerpiece of an entire bed. What makes them perfect? They thrive in shade. Once established, they're surprisingly drought-tolerant. They grow back bigger every single year, almost completely hands-off zones 3 through 9. Got a problem? Shady corner? Hostas fix italiano, pelante, 2, placai de Susian. Basically, impossible to kill. Bright yellow flowers with dark brown centers. You've seen them everywhere. Meadows, roadsides, gardens across the country. They're among the toughest perennials that exist. Drought-tolerant, they self-seed and give you more plants next year without you doing anything. They attract butterflies and bees in huge numbers. Native to North America, bloom from midsummer through fall. That's months of bold color. Deadhead them or leave them alone. Either way, your garden wins. Zones 3 through 9. Plant 3. See, called Echinacea, tall daisy-like flowers in purple, pink, white, orange, and yellow, among the most popular perennials in the world for good reason. They handle heat and drought, grow in poor soil, attract pollinators constantly. In fall, live-seat heads standing and songbirds feed on them all through winter. Your garden stays alive and interesting even in coldest months. What I love? You've got options. Deadhead them for more blooms or leave them completely alone. Either way, your garden looks intentional and alive. Zones 3 through 9. Plant 4. Daylilies, the workhorse. The classic, been in gardens for generations and earns that every single year. Over 80,000 registered varieties. Hot oranges, soft yellows, rich burgundies, delicate pinks, deep reds. There's a Daylily for every style and taste. Aggressively easy to grow. Full sun, pot shade, clay soil, sandy soil, slopes, containers. They don't care. Grow in dense clumps that naturally crowd out weeds, spread multiply, so every few years you divide them and plant more for free. Only real maintenance is dividing every 4 to 5 years if clumps look crowded. One important thing, toxic to cats specifically. If you've got outdoor cats, plant with awareness. Zones 3 through 9. Plant 5. Lavender. You've never grown lavender? Today changes everything. Lavender actually prefers neglect. Wants poor, lean, well-draining soil. Doesn't want heavy fertilizing. Definitely doesn't want wet feet. Overwatering is the only reliable way to kill it. If you forget about plants for long stretches, lavender was made for you. Blooms in iconic purple spikes, fragrant, long-lasting. Beautiful. Natural insect repellent, so it reduces mosquitoes near seeding areas. Dried flowers work in sachets. Cooking, teas. In mild climates, it's evergreen. Less fussing means better performance. That's the plant relationship I'm here for. Best for zones 5 through 9. English lavender is hardiest. We're 5 plants in. When do we get to the truly indestructible ones? The plants that literally cannot fail. Coming up right now. Plant number 7, specifically. I have never seen it fail, not once. Plant 6, Astilbe 4, shade lovers, one of the most underrated perennials. Shaded areas under trees or north-facing beds where most flowering plants struggle. Astilbe absolutely thrives there. Produces feathery plume-like flower stalks that look like fireworks frozen in slow motion. Pinks, reds, whites, purples, lavenders. Depending on varieties, you can have blooms from early summer through late summer. Astilbe appreciates consistent moisture, does best with regular watering, especially in warm climates. Beyond that, genuinely plant it, water reasonably, and it rewards you with spectacular blooms year after year. Zones 3 through 8, particularly excellent in Pacific Northwest, Upper Midwest, and Northeast. Plant 7, Sedum. Stonecrop, this is the one I told you about, the one I've never seen fail. Comes in 2 forms. Low-growing, spreading varieties creep beautifully along rocks and walls. Taller, upright varieties like Autumn Joy grow 18 to 24 inches tall with large, flat flower heads. Both share one superpower: their succulence. Store water in thick, fleshy leaves. Virtually drought-proof. Rocky soil, thin and sandy. Soil, fine. Full blazing sun all day. Perfect. Forget to water for a month. Doesn't care. Autumn Joy is theatrical in seasonal performance. Pale pink buds in late summer. Deepens to rich rose at peak. Transitions to warm rust bronze by fall. Holds structure into winter. This is the plant I reach for in every difficult, hot, dry spot. Never let me down. Zones 3 through 9. Plant 8. Perennial Salvia nemorosa. Specifically, compact, upright plants covered in rich violet, blue, purple, or pink flower spikes. Bloom heavily in late spring and early summer. Cut them back after first flush and they rebloom in late summer. 2 rounds of flowers for 1 pruning. Pollinators absolutely love them. Butterflies, bees, hummingbirds flock here. Deer and rabbits. Leave them alone because of aromatic oils. Handle, heat, and drought. Don't want heavy fertilizing. One thing kills them: overwatering or poor drainage. Give them sun and decent drainage. They perform magnificently for years. Zones 4 through 9. Plant 9. Russian sage Perovskia. Here it is, the one I told you to wait for. Not actually a true sage. Not from Russia. One of the most stunning, most architectural, most effortlessly elegant plants you can grow. From midsummer through fall sends. Up tall, airy silver-white stems covered in tiny lavender blue flowers that seem to float and shimmer. Misty, cloud-like quality. Moves in breeze, catches light, makes everything nearby look more beautiful by contrast. Care requirements. Laughably simple. Wants full sun, wants poor to average soil. Actually, performs better in lean soil. Once excellent. Drainage. Extremely drought-tolerant once established. Deer-resistant. Handles heat and wind. Tolerates neglect joyfully. Does not want babying. Heavy fertilizing makes it floppy. Wants to grow wild and tough. Gives you 3 to 4 months of breathtaking color. People stop and ask what it is constantly. Answer: one of the easiest plants you grow. Zones 4 through 9. Plant 10. Catmintf. You want continuous season-long color with almost no work. This is your plant. Forms beautiful soft mounds covered in clouds of small lavender blue flowers. Blooms heavily in spring. Cut back by a third after first flush, and it rebounds and blooms again in late summer. Has relaxed cottage garden quality. Handles sun beautifully. Handles partial shade. Grows in poor soil. Drought, once established, doesn't need fertilizing. One of the genuinely hands-off performers, works perfectly as edging along paths and borders, softens hard edges, attracts bees and butterflies from first bloom to last. Fair warning, cats may roll in it enthusiastically. Not a problem. Kind of entertaining, actually. Zones 3 through 8. Plant 11. Yarrow, cheerful, practically grows itself. Flat-topped clusters of tiny flowers above feathery fern-like foliage. Reds, yellows, pinks, creams, whites, very cottage garden, very relaxed. Toughness is borderline legendary. Started as wildflower, tolerates drought, poor soil, heat, low fertility, self-seeds, and spreads gradually without any effort. Deadheading encourages more flowers. Cut flowers, dry beautifully and hold color for months indoors. One note, in very rich soil it can spread aggressively. Give it leaner conditions, and it behaves beautifully. Zones 3 through 9. One of the most cold, hardy plants, excellent for challenging northern climates. Plant 12, Coreopcs pure. Sunshine in plant form. Also called tick seed, bright, button-like flowers, primarily cheerful yellow, though pink, orange, and bicolor varieties exist. Blooms extraordinarily long. Some varieties start late spring and don't stop until frost. Extremely heat and drought. Genuinely prefers lean soil. Over-fertilizing reduces flowers. Works beautifully in mass plantings, borders, containers. Many modern varieties are non-stop color season after season with almost nothing. Ask. Zones 3 through 9. Plant 13. Yarrow solves one of most frustrating garden problems. Called lily turf, looks like grass, but is actually flowering perennial. Dark strappy arching leaves stay attractive all season. Late summer sends up spikes of small purple or white flowers that are genuinely charming. Real reason to grow it. What it does as ground cover and edging plant. Handles deep shade beautifully. Handles full sun, tolerates drought, compacted soil, slopes where almost nothing survives. Once established, forms dense mat, crowding out most weeds. Holds soil on hillsides and prevents erosion. In mild climates, stays evergreen through winter. For dry, root-choked spots under large trees where soil is compacted, Liriope handles it with zero drama. Not flashiest plant, but maybe most useful. Is what changes a garden. Zones 5 through 10. Plant 14. Creeping. PHLODS delivers more visual drama for less effort than almost anything. In spring produces such thick, dense carpet of small flowers, hot pink, magenta, purple, white, lavender. Foliage almost disappears. Cascades over rocks, tumbles over retaining walls. Floods slopes with color that looks like you've spent serious money and time achieving it. After blooming becomes neat, tidy evergreen mat of fine needle-like foliage that holds color. Keeps soil in place. Crowds out weeds. Looks intentional. Designed expensive. Maintenance as light trim after blooming to keep compact. Zones 3 through 9. Plant 15. Karl Foerster, ornamental GRS, has saved this for last on purpose. Grows 4 to 6 feet tall. In neat, upright, tidy clump that doesn't flop or sproul. In late spring sends up feathery green plumes. By midsummer plumes, mature to warm gold. By fall, entire plant transitions to rich bronze gold, glowing in low autumn light. In winter holds structure through cold, snow, wind, sways catching light on clear winter days. 4-season plant, Most perennials give weeks of bloom, then become background. Karl Foerster is interesting and beautiful. Every month of year. Drought tolerant, once established. Handles heat. Doesn't need fertilizing or staking. Entire annual maintenance is one. Hard cutback in late winter or early spring. If you want height, movement, texture, sound, and four-season interest, Karl Foerster is most efficient way to get all at once. Zones 4 through 9. Let me bring this together. 4 shady spots, Hostas, Astilbe, and Yarrow. These 3 completely transform any dark, difficult corner. For hot, dry, sunny spots, black-eyed Susan, Sedum Yarrow, Coreopsis, and Russian sage. These 5 absolutely thrive in conditions that would stress most plants. For edges and ground cover, creeping Phlox, Catmint, and Lavender. These crowd out weeds and look beautiful doing it. For color, fragrance, and pollinators, Lavender, Coneflower, Salvia, and Daylilies. For structure and drama, Russian sage and Karl Foerster grass. Here's the thing I really want you to hear before you go. You do not need a green thumb. You do not need hours of free time. You do not need to know everything about gardening. You just need to plant the right things. Pick 3 from this list. Just 3, plant them this season. Watch what happens. Once you see how little these plants actually need from you and how much beauty they bring back in return, you'll wonder why you waited this long. There's nothing like walking outside on a summer morning, coffee in hand, looking at a garden full of color and life, knowing you made that happen, and it was easier than you ever expected. If this helped you today, there's a lot more where this came from. Every single week, I break down how to build beautiful, functioning gardens without it taking over your entire life. If you're not subscribed, now is the time. Hit that button, turn on the bell, and you'll never have to search for this content again. Before you go, drop a comment below telling me which 3 plants you're starting with this season. I read every one and genuinely want to know what you choose. Now go get your hands a little dirty and start building. You've got everything needed to build the garden system you deserve. I'll see you in the next one.